guys, my name is Hannah. If you're new here, hi. I just said hi twice. Anyway, subscribe if you enjoy my videos and give this video a thumbs up for me. It really helps me out. Today's video is going to be my March to be read pile. I have a pile of books here that I plan to read in March. That is what a to be read pile is. So my to be read pile is slightly bigger than my February to be read, simply because it's a longer month, and also I do not think I'm going to be going back to work in March. You never know, by the end of March we shall see. Anyway, the first book in my to be read pile for March is Verity by Colleen Hoover. I recently did a book haul where I spoke about Colleen Hoover, and I see this author everywhere, and I have never read a book by her, and I'm very intrigued because I've seen a lot of mixed opinions on this book in particular, and I don't know if Colleen Hoover is more known for like romances or essentially things like that, but this one seems a bit mysterious to me, and I've seen it everywhere and I'm intrigued essentially. So this is on my to be read pile for March, and essentially it's about a struggling writer that becomes injured, and she hires someone to complete the remaining part of a book that she's written because she can't finish it because of an accident or something along them lines, and then she discovers basically a tell-all book or something. I don't know, it's intriguing. But yeah, that's the first book to be read. My second book in my March to be read is a Lisa Joelle book. I think I slowly am going to collect most of Lisa Joelle's books because I knew how much I loved The Family Upstairs last year. I think I mentioned The Family Upstairs in like every other video simply because it got me back into reading. Anyway, this one is Invisible Girl. Essentially it's about a girl that's invisible. I don't know. Basically, I don't know what this book is about. I read the blurb in my book haul. So basically, something happened to Sophia when she was 10. She's carried the pain of it ever since. Owen Pick is invisible too. He's never had a girlfriend. He's never had a friend. Nobody sees him. Nobody cares. But when Sophia goes missing opposite his house on Valentine's night, suddenly the world seems to be watching Owen. Ooh. I sound like an owl. Ooh. So essentially I think they all accuse Owen of having something to do with her disappearance, so I'm intrigued to see how that turns out. Very exciting. Third book on my March to be read is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. This is a YA that is everywhere. I think I saw on Bookstagram that this was a lot of people's like favourite read in the YA genre as of like last year, I think. I bought this book like last summer and it's been sitting on my shelf ever since and I have not picked it up. So you know what, I need to finish this. This was also on my February to be read, but I didn't get to it, so I really want to read it in March. And essentially this girl does a case study on a missing girl that has gone missing, or the case that she's studying has gone cold, and then she uncovers some things that people probably wanted to stay hidden, and essentially she tries to solve the missing persons case. And yeah, heard a lot of good things about this, so we shall see if I read it in March. Let me know if you enjoyed this one. The next one on my to be read is also from my February to be read. I'm just kind of carrying them over because I think eventually I will read them. It's the last in my little book trilogy, bookcase of Agatha Christie, the ones that I own. This is Murder on the Orient Express. Again, really need to read this so I can watch the movies and the TV show, or whichever one it is. I think if you've never heard of a Murder on the Orient Express, maybe you live under a rock. Anyway, Agatha Christie, classic. And the fifth book on my to be read is Hamlet by Maggie O'Farrell. This actually was on my January to be read and I just forgot about it, and then I think I put it in my February to be read. No, I didn't. But I picked it up the other day and was like, oh, I want to read this. I'm intrigued. And the cover of it is really pretty. And essentially this is a story, a glove maker's son who flouts a convention in pursuit of the woman he loves. Above all, it's the tender reimagining of a boy whose life was given to one of the most celebrated plays ever written, which is obviously Hamlet. I don't know. My brain is like, I know what they're referring to, and then the other side of my brain is like, have you forgotten all of Shakespeare's plays? I think Shakespeare, obviously. I don't know. I want to read this one because my boyfriend got it for me for Christmas and I still haven't read it. And then finally, I think this might be my current read in March is The Couple Next Door by Sherry Lapina. I've heard a lot of good things about this. Again, a lot of mixed reviews. I feel like quite a lot of these thrillers that I see on Bookstagram are either really hyped up and then I get disappointed, or they're really not hyped up and I love them and I'm just the opposite end of like the Bookstagram spectrum. But this one I've heard a lot about and I'm really excited to read it. I mean, I am currently reading it. I'm literally on page 10, but you know, not got very far, but I'm going to see if I can read this in 24 hours. But this one essentially is the story of what am I saying? You never know what's happening on the other side of the wall. Hello? Okay. Why does BBC News just tell you the most random news? Like, do you ever get would you ever get like a news notification and you're like, why would I want to know that? Why do I need to know? Why? Like, I don't think I've googled like a nuclear powered surveillance device is lost on an Indian mountain. What? Why? Okay, thank you for your interesting headline. Anyway, this book is essentially about a couple that have a newborn baby. Not newborn, she's 6 months old, essentially still relatively new in the grand scheme of a baby's life. 6 months old, and your husband said it would be fine. After all, you only live next door. You have the baby monitor and take it in turns every half an hour. Your daughter was sleeping when you checked on her last, but now the race upstairs is deathly quiet. The house your worst fears have realised she's gone. You never had to call the police before, but now they're in your home and who knows what they'll find. What would you be capable of when pushed past your limit? So like, the baby essentially has gone missing, I'm assuming, and they've only been next door. So like, was it one of their neighbours? Like, I'm intrigued. Anyway, in March, I keep trying to say February, I'm like, I don't know, it's March already. Wow, we've been in a pandemic for an entire year. That's a crazy thing to think about. Anyway, I don't know why I'm so chaotic in this video. I honestly don't know. I think it's because I've had like 3 coffees and it's 12 p.m, so I should just film more videos when I'm this high. But anyway, let me know if you've read any of these books and if they interested you in any way, or if you haven't read them and they've intrigued you. See you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.